Hello everyone. Now, before we start the reading, I'm sure some of you are wondering why it is that I am dressed in military design with war paints. Well, my friends, it's because I'm dressed as any soldier would be dressed for war. Some of you may not be aware, but there is a spiritual war going on as we speak. I've heard a few different spiritual soldiers speak out about the final battle that is occurring this month in January. So I would like to talk to you a little bit about that in my intro videos this month. The final battle, I like to think of it as a video game. And like any final battle or any video game, you spend the entire series prepping and getting ready for this kind of boss character, this kind of final boss at the end. You know, we all have these kind of things in our life. It's these things that we get ready to fight. These things that have become a major battle for us. We all have things that we would like to overcome. We all have things that we're fighting for. We all have things that we're battling. And now these can be emotional wars. These can be spiritual wars. These can be mental wars, and they can very much be physical wars. But the one that I'm speaking about is more so a spiritual and emotional war, which in my opinion is even more serious and could be possibly even more bloody than the wars we've experienced in this physical realm. So, my friends, I've come to you with war paints. Well, my my I don't even know the word. That's how serious I am. I just can't even think of the word right now. This is my interpretation of war paints, because I wanted to visually express to you guys how serious this war is for us. This final battle that's taking place on this in a couple of days with the new moon in Capricorn. Now, for those of you who are a little confused still and who aren't really understanding, Capricorn is the 10th house, and in the 10th house, there you could find the legacy, you could find the government, you find the authority figures of power in our world. And with that being said, you can also find corruption. And I believe that has everything to do with the wars that we're going to be fighting the end of January. These are wars that we spent all of 2016 and 17 and 18 preparing for. And I strongly advise that you guys creatively and mentally and spiritually get ready for the wars that will be fought on the new moon in Capricorn. And I wanted to do the beginning of my videos this way because I know that on different levels we are all fighting different wars in our life. For some of us, we are fighting wars against ourselves. Others of us are fighting wars against our twin flame. Some of us are fighting wars against our shadow self. And as I mentioned, this war, you know, it took years and years and years for us to prepare for it. So needless to say, this final battle, this final boss is pretty gnarly. And we're going to need our entire mind, our entire body, our entire soul and spirit with us all together. It's very important that we face our fears and that we face what's up against us, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be, it's going to be different for all of us. But nonetheless, this new moon in Capricorn on the 15th is really going to reveal the true character of all of us. It's going to be nearly impossible to hide the true character of you, because that's what Capricorn is all about. Capricorn is about the true integrity that lies within a person, and for that matter, the true integrity that doesn't lie in some people. Nevertheless, it will be revealed. This is a very serious month. This is a very serious time. The moon and the sun have not had a chance to be together in Capricorn in a year. And now we have finally reached that point, guys. And as you all may know, Capricorn is a very serious and responsible energy. So this is all about rising above these mountains. These mountains that we climb. Mental mountains, emotional mountains, spiritual mountains, physical mountains. We all have mountains. We all have obstacles. And that's what Capricorn's about. Capricorn is about perseverance and pushing through the obstacles, right? Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. Saturn is all about what restricts us, what places boundaries on us. And I myself, as a Capricorn rising, have been recruited for this war for a very long time. Anyone with Capricorn energy, and let me tell you, we all have Capricorn energy somewhere. For those of you who have Capricorn in the 3rd house, you are being recruited to speak out with integrity. For those of you who have a Capricorn North Node, it is your destiny to fight. For those of you who are Capricorns, you are aware of this war going on. Capricorn Moon, you can feel this war. So wherever your Capricorn energy may be, that's where your integrity lies. That's where your character lies. For me, it's my spirit. And I just wanted to come to you guys today and utilize that Capricorn spirit that I have. So, like all my other videos, I do want to go over a little bit of the astrology, and I want to go over what you can look forward to in my readings this month. Very intense messages this month, guys. I'm going to try to still remain my positive Pisces creative self, obviously. This is me being creative in a more serious way. But yeah, you know, my readings are going to be pretty serious this month. And I mentioned mountains. I'm actually going to be doing a mountain spread. And this is just something that I creatively thought of, and you'll see in your video. So if you would like to continue watching, what you're going to be seeing and what I'm going to be giving you as a message is, I want to reveal to you the mountains of 2018. Possibly the mountains that you've been climbing for years. I want to reveal to you your obstacle. And for some of us, the war that we're fighting is going to be fought with our very own mountains. I don't want you to be afraid. Like, some of you may really get in physical fights, but you know, I'm disappointed if that's true, because it isn't the physical aspect that matters now. It's the spiritual aspect. What are you willing to spiritually fight for? Where does your spiritual integrity lie? Who is your spiritual character? Physical fights, you know, anybody can physically fight, but can you like fight on a soul level? That's what this is about, my friends. So Pisces Priestess is going to show you your final boss in mountain form, because this is Capricorn season. And yeah, I'm going to be doing that. So since Capricorn is the 10th house, I'm going to be using 10 cards to show you what your greatest obstacle is. And I hope you're following me here. I hope this makes sense, and I trust that this will make sense to those who it's supposed to make sense to. So also, on a lighter note, I have 2 special giveaways. Aries being one, and to be honest with you, I forgot to look at my YouTube to see who my second winner is. But Aries, shout out to you. You guys had over 1,000 views. And Aquarius, you guys had over 1,000 views on my last video last month. But Aries made it very soon. I'm very happy about that, because I spoke out last month about, you know, I didn't really have many Aries viewers. And apparently the universe heard me, and a lot of Aries have followed me, and they're giving me a lot of good feedback, and I really appreciate that. So Aries, stay tuned. You will be getting a special giveaway in your reading. I will be using a new deck that I received for a gift. I have not came out and shown anyone this deck yet. I will be doing a whole entire new video of its own, revealing this deck to you. That's going to be something fun, so be on the lookout for that video later on in the month, closer towards the end. And don't worry, everybody else, as a token of my gratitude for all of you, I have made it past 500 followers. And back in the beginning of my journey, when I thought of this YouTube channel, back when I had 12 followers, you know, which still meant the world to me. I never knew, it's not about the followers to me, it's about the message. And, you know, I told myself from day one, when you know, 500 is half of 1,000. Oh man, when I get 1,000 followers, you guys, oh wow, well, I will get creative about how I repay you all for that. I'm talking free readings, extra readings that I upload to YouTube, you name it. I'll be doing, because this matters so much to me, and I hope you can feel that in my readings. So thank you all so much for helping me with my battle. Part of my battle, you know, is being Pisces priestess, and I fight spiritual battles every day. I fight emotional battles with my own light and dark every day. You know, I am enlightened, and part of being a light worker and part of being on this enlightened journey is people think that you're perfect when you're enlightened and when you can do these kind of things, but it couldn't be farther from the truth. When I chose to be an enlightened individual, I chose to wear my darkness and I chose to wear my light so that I could speak out as an advocate for others who are struggling with their light and their dark. So I truly thank you from the bottom of my serious heart right now for each and every one of you who have followed and subscribed to my channel. I have 600 followers now, so as a token of my gratitude, I will be pulling an extra card for everyone. And it is Capricorn season, which is a little bit more of a mysterious season. So I will be pulling an extra card to reveal a secret to you from the House of Knights, which I think will be very helpful for the readings. So do look out for that, guys. And as I said, Aries and one other lucky sign, and I guess everyone's just gonna have to watch. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I did not check, and I was so eager to start these videos. I didn't check who liked my videos. But Aries, you hands down, you won every month I give a special reward to whatever sign likes my videos the most and views my videos the most. And Aries, you won the view part. Now, as far as whoever liked my videos the most, I'll have to check, and I will be honest. I'll just check and see what number is the greatest. And so do look out for that. So another lucky sign, and it's going to be a surprise to me too. Might be Pisces, I don't know. But do look out for that, guys. So let's jump into the astrology, and then we will get going with your January readings. So prepare to understand your own mental mountains and spiritual mountains. This is going to be literally a mountain with 10 cards. So I'm very excited. So guys, you know, the astrology part. I have it on my phone this month. We started the month off, well, this is also January, so happy January, you guys. Happy 2018. We started it off immediately. I thought it was very significant that we started the month and year off with a Cancer full moon. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and this is the blue moon, right? You know that saying that people say, they say, oh, once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon, this will happen. Well, it did happen in the beginning of this month, and it was very, very intense. You know, the moon was at home, Saturn was at home, and this opposition between between Cancer and Capricorn was very much felt. I believe all of us are collectively in a different cycle. So we had that full moon in Cancer on the 1st. Another very interesting thing, you guys, is that a lot of these months in January up until April, we have two moons. Usually we only have one full moon, but the way that time has lined up, and yes, it can be explained. It can be explained in a logical way. February only has 28 days, but I believe that this is an energetic thing. This is energetically designed. This is divine. This is meant to be. We have 2 moons in January. We have 2 full moons in February and March, and in April the moons finally get back on track. So very exciting, very intense energy, right? I'm sure you all can feel it. So we started the month off full moon in Cancer. January 2nd, Uranus went direct in Aries. Uranus is the ruling planet of Aquarius, so Aquarius. Maybe you guys have felt a little bit more of a relief. I know when Neptune went direct, I felt very forward-minded. I felt I could move forward spiritually. So congratulations, Aquarius. Your ruling planet is finally direct. All the planets are direct right now, guys. This is a huge green light for the universe, for us to go, fight your battles, persevere, move forward, keep going, don't give up. All the things that we wanted to do, we can do them. The planets are rooting for us. So yes, we had Uranus go direct right after the full moon. On January 11th, Mercury entered Capricorn. We have a Capricorn stellium right now, you guys. There are so many planets in Capricorn. We have the moon in Capricorn. Mercury is now in Capricorn. The sun is in Capricorn. Venus has entered Capricorn. Venus entered Capricorn, I believe, the end of last month. We also have Pluto in Capricorn. So this is a super stellium. So much. No wonder my Capricorn rising wanted to dress in army war material, war paint. This is very much a war. And we need to rise up as soldiers against anything that stands in the way between us and our own success. We have a new moon in Capricorn tomorrow. And I wanted to get these videos uploaded before the new moon so that you could have your January messages. I always try to get my videos uploaded before the new moon. So we have a very, very intense new moon in Capricorn where and I think I'm going to do a whole new video. I'm going to do a whole video on the new moon, you guys, so that we can get these messages out clear. So do look out for that. I told you I would be coming out with a lot more videos. January 17th, Venus enters Aquarius. So right after that new moon, isn't it interesting how we have this intense energy? This is going to ground us, and like I said, we'll talk about the new moon in my new moon in Capricorn videos. I'm going to record those in the next few days as well. Venus enters Aquarius January 17th. The sun enters Aquarius on the 19th. Few days. We are rocking and rolling, guys. We are moving on strong. January 26th, Mars moves into Sagittarius. We'll talk more about that in the Sagittarius video, guys. And then, at the end of this month, we end this month with a gnarly full moon total lunar eclipse in Leo. Okay? We had an eclipse in Leo back in August, so this energy is coming back around, you guys. And then, right after that, on the same day, end of the month, January 31st, we end the month with Mercury entering the alien realm of Aquarius. I'm not sure if you guys know how intense this is. I'm not sure if you know the meaning. And for those of you who don't, Pisces Priestess is going to be here to interpret these things creatively in my thorough way that I usually do in my videos. A lot of stuff, guys, a lot of stuff going on. And obviously there are a lot of different battles, even our own country. I do believe that this is the dawning of a change. I do believe that, and I'm not trying to be Oprah here, Oprah's an Aquarius, but she's right. There is change on the horizon. And I declare, and I see, and I feel that there will be, so over the next 6 months, we will see the beginning of changes in our government. We will see the beginning of changes in our police force. We will see the beginning of changes in the laws of this land. That is what the 10th house is about, and we have the moon and the sun here, you guys. So change is on the way, grounded change. New moons are all about the beginning of things, planting the seeds for the future. So the next 6 months, you guys, it won't be only us who are changing, but our world is changing as well. And when the world changes, we change. And when we change, the world changes. We're all changing together. But before that change can take place, we have to fight for change. Like all of the great historical figures of this country have said before. So guys, welcome to your January videos. Welcome to a new year. Welcome to a new calling. Welcome to the battle. And let's do it together. I do hope that these videos are helpful this month. And I do hope that they are relatable. And I'm really excited to relay these messages to you. So I hope you enjoy your metaphorical mountains. See you in a little bit, guys, in your other videos. And then there were the two fish at the end of the journey. Hi, Pisces. This is your January reading. And I'm not sure if you guys watched my intro video or not, but this month I'm going to be revealing the mountains that we are climbing, the metaphorical mountains. So the obstacles and the hurdles in the way. Anything that's sort of kind of like a final boss, final battle for us, okay? Because we have the new moon in Capricorn as we speak tonight. So very interesting there to have that new moon now. Capricorn is our 11th house. So we are naturally kind of serious and grounded when it comes to our communities and groups of people that we work in. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I've always been kind of serious about my work ethic when I'm working in groups because, you know, I'm kind of and that might be my Capricorn rising, I'm not sure, but judging by the zodiac wheel and the fact that Pisces has a Capricorn 11th house, they're just pretty serious about the communities that we live in and pretty serious about, you know, our friendships and the groups of people that we work with. So I'm pretty serious about my friendships for sure. And also Cancer. So we have Cancer and Capricorn energy in the sky. And Cancer is our 5th house of pleasure. So that's very interesting there. We are we find our emotions pleasurable. We find, you know, our emotional security, we definitely need that to be positive and pleasurable as well. So that's because, if you ever wondered why, that's because Cancer is our 5th house of pleasure and fun. So emotions, you know, Cancer, I mean, very emotional. And other than that, I covered most of the astrology in the beginning. But there is a few more other things that I can, well, first of all, guys, our birthday is like right around the corner. So, you know, that's so crazy. I feel like my birthday was like, seriously, just like very, like not that long ago. And now we're already in pretty much Aquarius season. So, you know, guys, we are preparing for our solar returns closer and closer and closer to February and March. So, woohoo, feeling all kinds of different ways about that. So yeah, guys, Pisces, we have Neptune in our sign. You know, I don't really know if we've talked enough about that because Neptune is our ruling planet. So Neptune is been in our sign for a while now, and he's going to be there until 2026. Now, he might move and retrograde and things like that, but for the most part, Pisces is going to be experiencing Neptune for a few more years, you know, about 6 more years actually. So that's more than a few. And I'm loving that. I'm loving that because I love Neptune and we love Neptune, and it's all about dreams and fantasy, and it's really, really making Pisces spiritual. And I've met a few Pisces that are very spiritual. I think Neptune is really helping us along with that. And we have Chiron there as well. So this is all about spiritual healing. Pisces are very much spiritually healing, and we're going to be spiritually healing for a while. Chiron has been in our sign, but Chiron is actually going to be moving into Aries soon. You know, and I don't really mind that because Chiron is the wounded healer, and Pisces already feel wounded enough as it is. So Chiron, you know, whenever he's in your sign, he can just make you feel very wounded. And sometimes it can manifest negatively to where you play the victim, and it's a very victim role. Pretty much Chiron just brings out all of your pain. He brings out all of the wounds, you know. Chiron is great at healing other people, but he can't really heal himself. Sound familiar? So yeah, Pisces, we've had Chiron in our sign for a while, really making our pain, especially our spiritual pain, very, very evident. So that's about it for the astrology, guys. I really just want to get into this reading here and reveal what it is that Pisces is battling, what it is that Pisces is going through in January 2018. So let's get this mountain formed for Pisces energy. Let's see here. Pisces. Ooh, okay. Well, we have the Ace of Cups coming out. This just came out for a few signs. That Cancer energy, probably. That full moon. Well, I guess we can talk about that a little bit, guys. The full moon was in our 5th house. And it happened on January 1st. So I don't know if the new year, you know, on New Year's, I don't know how that was for you guys, but Happy New Year. You know, it could have been pretty emotional. I think it was emotional for a lot of people because a lot of different energy just shifting all at once. So interesting there. And so there could have been certain completions and new beginnings in our house of pleasure. So that's very broad. It's going to be different for all of us. But if you're like me and like most Pisces, beginning of the year, beginning of this month, we were just thinking about certain changes that we can make, you know, so that we're more happier and so that we're more comfortable and having more of a positive time. You know, we're really ready to embrace a new life, obviously. We're ready to heal and we're ready to really put some things behind us for good. So let's get this mountain formed. And also the new moon tonight would be in our 11th house. So this is a wonderful time to set new intentions for the future and plant seeds, you know, that we want to see happen specifically for our 11th house. But it can be for anything. You know, this is a new moon in Capricorn, so it's all about the goals and the ambitions that we have, and it's all about our career, legacy, things like that. So anything that we want to see happen within that kind of grounded earth energy, we can really be meditating on that tonight and reflecting on that. And I have a lot of rituals and things to do, so I will be taking part in that. So let's continue. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. I did that for everybody else, so, you know. So let's see here. What else does Pisces mountain consist of? We have the Ace of Cups. So what's the foundation here? Okay, well, we have 2 aces, guys. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So we have new beginnings here in emotions, new beginnings in love, new beginnings in... Well, this is a very real and grounded new beginning with that Ace of Pentacles. So literally, it's interesting that we have an earth and water, because Capricorn and Cancer, that's all the energy that we're dealing with, you know, right now in the universe. So we literally have earth and water here on the table, which is an opposition. And for us, it's 2 aces. So, wow. Okay, 2 more cards, Spirit, please. Ooh, all right. Page of Cups, another new love card. So some of us are really going to be experiencing some sort of new emotion and new love, new conversation. Ooh, okay. And we have the Justice card. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so this is the foundation of our reading here. This is the beginning of the mountain. So let's get 3 cards for Pisces. Let's move on up. What is it that we can talk to Pisces about? What is their mountains about in January 2018? What is their final boss about? Okay, interesting that I said final boss and final battle. This is the final battle card, you guys. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we go. I just want to get the full picture first. So, certain arguments, certain battles, you know, we are pretty wounded, but we are strong as fuck, and we have come a long way. Our strength is unbelievable, especially when it comes to emotions and spirit. Pisces are just naturally, you know, strong in that way. Okay, so this is a lot of cards here, but we did have some energy come out. So we have the 2 of Pentacles and the Star card. For some of you, you may be dealing with an Aquarius, but I do see this as Aquarius energy. Aquarius season is literally a few days away. So this may be a certain love union or a certain union or relationship that comes in Aquarius season. And I think this is us keeping the faith in our relationships. Excuse me. And also wishing and dreaming on these stars for some sort of union. You know, especially for the single Pisces out there, I really can see that you're really, really wishing and dreaming and keeping the faith in a certain relationship. Now, this is the 2 of Cups. So this isn't any relationship. For some of you, it might be a Leo too, because I see that there's a fire, there's a lion up there. But the 2 of Cups isn't like any relationship. This is a balanced emotional relationship. Not one where we're giving too much and the other person isn't giving one. are giving enough. Not a situation where we're being emotionally drained or emotionally afraid. This is a very Romeo and Juliet kind of relationship, minus the poison. Okay, interesting I would say that, because Romeo and Juliet drank poison to be with each other and they died for each other. But you know, that kind of love right there. Maybe some of you need to watch Romeo and Juliet again. I might. Because they just loved each other. Even though they were so different, they were opposites. They were supposed to be enemies, right? They kept the faith in their relationship, and they even died for each other at the end. Like, they were just two star-crossed lovers. So that is very interesting that I would say that, because this is the star. And we may be dealing with some sort of star-crossed lover. The world does not want us to be together, but we want to be together with them. The star-crossed lovers. So there's some there. And other than that, I see that there's some healing taking place in a love situation. This might be Aquarius season though, but that message did come out. Some of you may be with an Aquarius, or maybe you might want to be. This Aquarius is our 12th house. So this might be a spiritual union that takes place with another person. But I do see that this is a lovely relationship. Every Pisces wants a relationship like this. One with faith, one with healing and spirituality, one where everything's equal and trustworthy, emotionally, you know, very important for us to feel emotionally safe and equal in our relationship. So this is an emotionally strong bond, one where the emotions literally intertwine with each other in this kind of strong way. So that's one message coming out. And we also have the the 7 of Pentacles coming out with the 3 of Cups and the Empress. So that's an interesting energy there as well. So there might be some sort of third-party situation going on. But if not, because I hate to do that. I don't always see this as a third-party situation. To me, it's more of a celebration. So we could be celebrating all the hard work that we've done, because this is someone who's very patient, someone who has watered his garden, someone who is returning back to see what has grown. So I think these are love seeds, especially because these cards came out too with this. So I think these are love seeds that we're waiting to see in our relationships. If they're growing, is there change happening, or is everything just, you know, what is worth it and what isn't anymore? So either we're going to be celebrating or walking away. You know, and that's exactly what this card talks about. You know, not everything's going to bloom. Not everything is going to come to fruition. But we have to trust now that whatever doesn't work out, it wasn't meant to be. And whatever does work out was meant to be, because either way we put in our work. Either way we did what we were supposed to do. Because this is a guy who has done everything himself. He's very patient. He's watered these flowers. He's picked out the weeds, you know. He's raked when he was supposed to. He's just taken a little bit of a break. You know, he hardly ever takes a break, but he's taking a little bit of a break to reflect on the fact of, wow, you know, this used to be a little bitty shrub. This used to be like 1 pentacle or 2 pentacles. And now, because of my hard work, there's 7 pentacles here, fully bloomed and ready to be picked. So I think that is what we're celebrating here. All that we've worked hard on, we can finally see that we have something growing here. Something is actually growing to fruition. And it's time for us to pick those seeds and reap our harvest there. Or maybe we're going to water it for a little bit longer. But either way, this is something that we were very patient about and very persistent about. And we worked very, very hard. And it might be tied in with our emotion. You know, this might be emotional work that we've done. This might be subconscious work that we've done. But we are celebrating it. And, you know, we might even be celebrating with more than 1 or 2 people. It might be like 3 people. Now, I don't really see this as a third-party situation. I guess for some of you it might be. But I see it more so as a love celebration. Some of you might be in a polyamorous relationship or something, and it's the hard work that you've done that you're celebrating in your love life. Because the Empress is all about love. We have the Venus symbol there in the heart. So this is a Taurus or a Libra energy. And also, it's the fertility card. So for some of you, you're celebrating, hopefully not with alcohol if you're pregnant, because that's what I was going to say, is that the Empress is a fertility card. Some of you could have really been patient about becoming pregnant, or some of you have been pregnant for a long time, and it was really, really trying. But now that you've given birth and now you are celebrating this new baby, or maybe some of your guys' children are having birthdays. Maybe you have Aquarius children or Pisces children. So their birthdays are coming up and you're going to be celebrating soon. So I don't know, guys. This is a different kind of explanation. But for me, I just see that this is a hard work that we've done in love situations. We might be dealing with a lot of people. A lot of us have more than one option when it comes to emotional relationships. But we're really just keeping the faith in this Two of Cups relationship. It doesn't matter to a Pisces how many options they have. They're going to work hard and they're going to keep their love in mind. And, you know, we have a specific union here that we want to keep faith in. Pisces are very hard lovers. You know, we love with our entire being. So, we work hard. And this Aquarius card here, she's pouring. She is pouring from both ends of the spectrum. She's very vulnerable. She's made herself vulnerable for this Two of Cups. So that might be speaking to some of you Pisces as well. I kind of relate to that. So we're just trying to follow our North Star to our perfect partner there. So, and we are working really hard. What I just saw here is these cards both show a person who's willing to put in the work, you know, and this has everything to do with a love situation. So that was a message coming out there for some of you. We had the Aries card at the bottom of the deck. So let's see here. What else for Pisces? Two more cards for Pisces. Two cards for Pisces, please, for this mountain. Okay. So, here are two cards. And I would have been disappointed if the devil didn't show up for us because it's Capricorn season. Let me tell you, some signs, I believe at least 5 signs got the Capricorn card. And we can't be surprised, but he sure was hiding. Because it came out like this, and I thought it was one card, but nope, the devil card is there. So, you know, our final battle has a lot to do with our subconscious, of course, especially when it gets to being Aquarius season, because Aquarius is our subconscious. It might have a lot to do with feeling left out in the cold emotionally by a lover, because I do see that this is at the bottom of the deck here. So, you know, Pisces, this 5 of Cups is very, very relatable to me. Because we are always, you know, the good and the bad and the ugly and the pretty. So there's these 3 of Cups here. Remember, we just seen the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups that I just was showing you. Well, then there's these 3 of Cups down here. And they've spilled out. And this person is really, really depressed and sad about that. So this is past situations and past emotion that some of us may be focusing on. But right behind us is this beautiful 2 of Cups situation. So, and we had the 2 of Cups as well. So this is our love situation here, that perfect relationship that we're wanting and dreaming about, that perfect emotional exchange. Well, it's here behind us, but some of us are distracted by some sort of evil energy. It's trying to make us feel like we lost more in the situation than we gained. So if you are a Pisces feeling this energy or feeling this energy, left out in the cold by a Gemini or left out in the cold by a lover situation, you know, we really want to pick up the pieces there, because we do have the Ace of Swords here with a situation falling down and falling apart. You know, we have a decision to make here that we're very aware of this decision. We're very aware of this emotional decision, but it's interesting that we have placed this blindfold over her eyes so that maybe we don't have to pay attention to it. So we want to be speaking our truth about what hurts right now, because Pisces, sometimes we can be feeling very emotional about a situation, but you know, we don't ever feel like people care about us, so we don't really ever have anyone to talk to, because nobody can handle our emotion. You know, we have like we have emotion for the entire zodiac wheel. Like, we feel everybody's feelings, and most of the time we just put other people's feelings before ours anyway, you know. So when we get in the mood to feel, people call us like emotionally selfish, and they think that we're being, because when Pisces feel, they feel with their whole being. We feel everything. We feel it very intensely, and it's not our fault that when other people feel, they don't love themselves enough to feel it that way. They don't have that kind of intelligence. They don't know how to feel things that much. So when we feel things that much, it kind of, you know, it kind of drowns them out, and they're wondering, what the hell, like, you're so selfish, when really, no, dude, this is just like who I am, you know what I mean? I just feel things like this. So I don't know, Pisces, I just don't want you to ignore any. I know there's a lot of beautiful stuff going on. You feel like you're supposed to be happy right now and supposed to be celebrating, but at the same time, don't ignore, you know, that's not good for us. Don't rush yourself through any emotions that you're feeling that are negative, because as a Pisces, they'll always be there for you. They'll always be there to haunt you. So if you ignore them now, 5 years down the road when you're getting married, all of a sudden you're just going to start crying and you're not going to really know why. You're not going to really know why. And it's because you tried to rush yourself through an emotional situation because of the people around you. We have to start, well, those cards wanted to come out, that Five of Pentacles again. So we do feel very left out in the cold. And our mountain has a lot to do with being left out in the cold emotionally. But you know what, guys? We need to get our own self out. We need to get our own self out of this emotional anguish, because it's time for us to transform. And there's our mountain. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. So, you know, we are embodying this kind of masculine. See what's underneath him. The Five of Cups. So, that Five of Cups and this Eight of Swords is underneath her. So, wow. That energy is definitely in our reading. And I definitely felt like it would be. So, yeah, that's a lot there, Pisces. And obviously there, you know, like I was saying, just because it's the new year and our birthdays are coming up and we feel that other people want us to be happy right now, well, yeah, sure, there's a lot of reasons to be happy, but deep down, if you're not happy, then, you know, you really want to honor all your feelings, the light and the dark. So here's this little mountain that we got going on here, Pisces, and this is what we have to overcome in January, in February, in all of 2018. So let's start here at the foundation of the reading here. This is the foundation down here. And the first card out is the Ace of Cups. So I see that this began with a lot of emotion. This card comes out for a person, and it's interesting. A lot of people think Pisces are emotional. They think that we're always emotional, right? Some people even call us like crybabies and over-emotional. But what people don't know is that the emotion we're showing you isn't even all of our emotion. Gosh, like, if you think I'm a crybaby now, why would I show you all the emotion in me? Because you can't even handle when I show you the tip of the iceberg. So that makes us have to keep all this emotion in, because there's no one in the world except for other Pisces who can understand this ocean of emotion. The Ace of Cups is a perfect way to depict us and to depict our emotion, because we are always flowing. Our emotion is always flowing. You can barely decide, or you can barely decipher between where it stops and where it begins. So this Ace of Cups is symbolic for our emotion, and this card comes out when a person is finally ready to express their emotion. So what I was going to say is that people think Pisces are always emotional, but sometimes we become, you know, when we get fed up of being left out in the cold, and when we get fed up of focusing too much on the negative emotion, we just have to shut it off, kind of, even though we don't shut it off because we can't, but we try to, and we try this thing, you know. We do have all the zodiac signs in us. We are the 12th house. So we try this thing where we try to reach inside us and pick out some type of cold Capricorn energy. We try to pick out some sort of earth energy so that we can be logical. Maybe we try to pick out some sort of air energy so that we can be intellectual. Maybe we pick out a fire energy so that we can be passionate. You know, and it's interesting that we're hiding this energy here with the we're hiding this Five of Cups with this, you know, fiery energy. So I do see that a lot of us have taken on this fiery energy. And I've been watching a lot of tarot videos for Pisces, and we're getting a lot of wand cards. So I think we're just hiding our emotional pain with a lot of passion, and that's okay, guys. Like, it's been working for me a little bit, but I think when it comes to our final battle and when it comes to this mountain, it is going to have to, you know, it is about coming clean with a lot of emotion that we've been holding in. Even though maybe some people won't be able to take it, you know, some people will become drowned and overwhelmed with our emotional selves. But we can take it. You know, we were born aware of all of our emotion. That's the problem, is that most people from a very early age, they shut themselves off emotionally. So they're not used to feeling, even though we all come here the same way. You know, we're all human, But it's interesting how, we all have different ways of coping with this emotion. For us, we feel good when we feel emotion. We like this kind of energy. This is home for us. We swim in these very waters down here. So for a fish, we supply our own waters to swim with our own tears sometimes. I don't know about you, but if I go too long without crying, I feel overwhelmed and just blocked up. I get aggressive and angry. So, maybe we've been being that other fish for too long, and it's time to go back to that nice fish. That fish, I don't know what switched us. I don't know if our hearts got broke. I know that happened to me, and I took on a more cold demeanor, and it's just not okay anymore. This is more about authenticity. This is more about our true character. So the true character of a Pisces is this flowing, emotional water being. We can't be ashamed of that just because maybe we're surrounded by people who don't understand that. Pisces want to be understood so badly, but we don't understand that we're just never going to be understood. We're just never going to be understood the way that we might want to be, because we're the last zodiac sign. And we're very mysterious. Like, people don't really know how to explain the last zodiac sign. Is it the ending? Is it the beginning? Well, nobody knows. It's kind of just like this cycle that just goes and goes and goes. So this mountain here has a lot to do with emotions coming out that we haven't felt in a long time. The more and more you pretend to be numb, the more and more we kind of trick ourselves into thinking we don't feel these emotions because it's been a while, right? Well, they're coming back now for this kind of final mountain here. So I see this is emotion for a lot of us, but for some of us, this is a gift from the universe. This is healing. Okay, let's get into some of the good things. This is healing. Okay, waters that are just gonna pour over us. That Cancer full moon, whew, I don't know if y'all felt it, but that Cancer full moon was very healing. It's been a long time since we've had a Cancer full moon. It's been a long time since we've had a full moon in water. So this month was very replenished. I don't know if you guys felt the shift, but I felt water return to the universe. And I felt at home again. I felt like my emotions had a place to be finally again, where they were just so misplaced before, and they finally had a place to be. And that let so much pressure off me. That was such a release for me. So shout out to you, Cancer, for being the cardinal water sign that you are. Because, man, that energy has really been helpful. So for others of us, all this new emotion from the universe, this emotional gift from that full moon in Cancer, it's very healing. Water is very healing. Scorpio, and we do have Scorpio in our reading. Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, very watery, emotional people, and we all have our own ways of healing, right? So this is healing taking place. This is a mountain of healing. A lot of the reason why we're climbing this mountain and we're doing this final battle is because we want to heal once and for all wounds that are years old, wounds that and not just healing as in like, oh, put a band-aid on it. Like, no, Pisces will completely cleanse you. They want to be completely cleansed the way that they cleanse other people. So we are craving a soul healing. There are parts of our soul that needs to heal. There are parts of our spirit and our emotional bodies that need deep, deep, deep healing. And this is a corner of the universe that's very beautiful. So I see that we are really climbing this mountain in order to heal. And also, we can't forget that this is a new love. This is a new love opportunity for those who are single or those who are coupled. This is, new love with someone new, or with something new happening in a relationship that already exists. It doesn't matter. But I see this as emotional newness. And it may happen simultaneously, Pisces. This new love might heal you, or you may heal and then find this new love, or I don't know, but the two play off of each other. And this mountain has everything to do with these new emotion, old emotion being drained out and healed, and new emotion flowing in and just taking you over, and you feeling like this new being of water, it just feels so refreshing to even talk about this, because this is exactly what I'm after as well. So thank you, Spirit. This is very much relatable, all this water in the universe. So this is a new beginning in love and healing. And then we have two ace cards here. So I believe that this mountain has a lot to do with the new beginnings, the new year, you know, our birthday's coming up. So we have the Ace of Pentacles here coming up. And it's interesting that in the back of this picture, we have this little baby mountain back there. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but right here by my finger. And you know what that means to me, Pisces, is that emotional mountains are not even that big of a deal to Pisces. See how little baby bitty that mountain is? Can't even barely, it's more of a hill, more of an anthill. But that is in there. That is in there. If you can see it back there, it's ever so slightly there. So I don't think the emotional aspect is going to be super hard for us. That's why we don't have many cup cards. You know, we have the Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So those are all really good emotional cards. It's like Pisces handles emotions a little bit better than most people. So we do have the Ace of Pentacles, and those mountains get a little bit bigger. If you can see those mountains right in between there, between that reef, those are a little bit more gnarly mountains there. Because Earth is our opposite sign. So when it comes to finances and logic and stuff like that, it's a little bit more, you know, a little bit more foreign to us. Even though, you know, we all have a birth chart and we all have different energies like that. So we handle it differently. But I think this is like, this Ace of Pentacles coming up right after the Ace of Cups, like two aces there. You know, this is very, very significant. The universe is handing us new emotion. The universe is handing us new value and new finances, okay? So this journey and this mountain is like emotional value. I'm seeing that this is valuing newfound emotion. Possibly no longer being afraid to feel those feelings and to scare people away with our emotions. We're just like, look, this is me. This is who I'm always going to be. Take me or leave me. I'm always going to be this way. Always was, always will be. I am so old in this universe, and I've always been this emotional. So I'm not going to just change all of a sudden for you. And this is accepting our new emotional value as well. So this is this is being emotionally grounded too. You know, so I feel that, you know, Pisces, I've struggled with emotionally grounding myself too. I don't know if you guys have, but I struggle with that. Emotions, they're not really meant to be grounded, you know. They're meant to just flow. There's not really any boundaries with emotion. You're just meant to explore them and feel them as they come. And don't forget, here we have an earth and water opposition here, you know, water and earth, Capricorn, Cancer. So this is us finally fighting this demon. You know, we're finally battling whatever it is that kept us emotionally not grounded. It's time for us to become, we have to evolve. We have to evolve into people who aren't emotionally unstable, because we're the mutable water sign. We're not Scorpio. And it's so interesting, at the top of our mountain we have Scorpio, which is a stable water sign. So I believe this is a mountain that we're climbing in order to literally become more stable emotionally. Like, how beautiful. Oh my God, I feel better already. Because emotional stability is something I've been trying to accomplish for a really long time. So this is like the last mountain we need to, I think that by our birthdays, we're going to be very different. We're going to have a lot of, life will be different. We'll feel like we have our emotions more under control, if that makes sense. It's like, maybe we can't even tell the difference between these two cards, you know, like, is the universe giving you emotion or is it giving you value? To a Pisces, the two are the same. You see what I mean there? It doesn't matter which one the universe is giving you, because they're both, that we value our emotion. Like, some people value $100 bill or $1 million. Like, our emotions are our world. It's how we do what we do. It's how we feel. It's how we're magical. So this mountain has everything to do with grounding ourselves emotionally and actually becoming emotionally intelligent and emotionally logical, which is so great, because then we're unfuckwithable. Like, when Pisces does this, people aren't even going to know what to do. So the next card we have is the Page of Cups. And this is also another card that symbolizes new love or new friendships, new emotional friendships, and new emotional lovers. And we do have the ocean behind there, you know, and it's the ups and the downs. It's kind of wavy. And to me, this is my card for emotional conversation. So I feel like when we ground our emotion, we're going to be able to communicate a little bit more about our emotion, all of our emotion, not the little bit that we let out, but all of it.
You know, I think we're going to be understanding our emotion. I don't think we really, maybe some of you are ascended and some of you know how to do this. But for me, you know, I have yet to find out how to make sense logically of my emotion. I never really cared to before. But this Capricorn energy, this new moon, it's kind of the beginning of a new journey. And for Pisces, it's all about grounding our emotion and becoming emotionally logical. You know, the universe is really showing us here that it's time for us to be that way. And it's after that emotional logic, and it's after we ground ourselves emotionally, that we're willing to have these conversations. You see this little fish here popping out of this cup? So some of us may even be talking to another Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Or I see Pisces strongly because we are the fish here. So this might be our two fish. This might be the logical part of us, grounding. But then there's always going to be that little fishy, watery part of ourselves, right? That pops up out of this little cup. So this is our two fish talking to one another. You know, and that's what we need to do, Pisces, is just, you know, get back in tune with who we are. Pisces do not have a problem going into a room and just being who they are and meditating and talking to whatever it is that you believe helped you get here. You know, we are very old souls. So, you know, we just need to spend a little bit of time with the polarity of us. We have the two fish swimming in opposite directions. So I see that we're conversating here, having some sort of emotional conversation. And this card has come up a lot this month for all the readings. I think all of us, I think all the zodiac signs, part of this mountain for us is just finally coming forth with a lot of emotion. So this mountain for us, yeah, we definitely, there's some conversations that need to take place about new emotion that we're finding. You know, we are infatuated by this, whoever this person is. If this is a person for you, if this isn't your two fish, then you are really like infatuated with this magical person that's entered your life. They're like really caught your eye, and you are really, you know, just focusing on them, wanting to talk to them all the time, you know. So I don't know if this person is new for you or someone who's been in your life for a while, but I have faith that you'll know who I'm talking about when you're listening to this, because this is a very sweet energy. It's very calm, and they make you feel understood emotionally, and you talk to them a lot about deep subjects, and they just understand you, you know. So it's important that before these conversations take place, that you emotionally ground yourself so that you don't scare these new people off with your, and I know we don't, part of this mountain is not caring about that anymore, right? But we still do, we are changing, Pisces. And so since we're changing, you know, part of that change is no longer letting our emotions control us, but controlling our emotions. I'm not sure if anybody just got emotional during that, but I kind of did, because, you know, I don't like to say that I'm emotionally unstable, but, you know, my emotions, you know, I make a lot of decisions emotionally, and emotions are just always a part of my life. And I am not ashamed of that. It's just pretty hard living in a world, you know, living in a world like this, where there's no room really for cups and water. But, you know, we are the cups and water, Pisces, and Cancer and Scorpio are also water. So thank God that there's water in the universe. Maybe we just need to spend more time around water, you know, baths. And I can't wait till spring when water isn't frozen, because I'm going to go to see some sort of lake, something, because I just love something about being around water. It just makes me feel home. So the next card we have here is Justice. So this is uplifting. This is good. This is a Libra. I don't know if some of y'all are dealing with a Libra, but this Libra energy is coming forth. And I think for most of us, this is just justice. Finally, like, this is emotional justice and financial justice for us. This is justice in any department in your life where you felt unfairly treated. You know, this is a mountain that we're climbing in order to gain justice and balance. Okay, so this is emotional balance. Okay, because I see these two cards here. So these are balanced conversations about our emotion, not arguments, but actually real, grounded, emotional conversations, which is exactly what we need, Pisces, so that we're not bottling everything up, right? Because we're not confrontational people usually. We don't like to be like aggressive or anything, because it just drains us. It just drains us to fight. It just drains us to argue. So it's important that we're taking part in these balanced emotional conversations. And I just see that a lot of justice is going to be served for us emotionally and physically and mentally and financially and spiritually and all of it. Our love lives are going to balance out and be justified, and I just see balance. And we may even need to take this sword of balance and justice and cut certain people, places, and things out of our life that don't give us this positive emotional feeling, because the universe has been blessing Pisces, and the universe very much loves Pisces, okay? So, the universe always has our back. And it's up to us now if we're gonna it's our turn. The universe has kind of set up this platter for us, and it's up to us to finish the battle. And speaking of battle, we've climbed the mountain a little bit, and this is seriously the last final battle card. So this didn't come out for anyone else, but it came out for us. So I see that Pisces really are fighting a final battle. Especially now that the sun is entering Aquarius, and it's almost like it's our time, guys. It's like almost coming up on our time to shine. And this card is all about, like, if you research the Nine of Wands, it talks about a man who's wounded. You see him? He's very wounded. His head is fractured. He's even leaning on some sort of stick because, to keep his balance. He's like beat down. He just got out of a really bad fight. But his face, if you look at his face, you can tell that he's literally ready and willing to fight again. So this is literally the final battle card. Pisces, we have one final battle. Okay, some of us may have even already fought this. Some of us are fighting it now. But this is the Nine of Wands. Any number, any 9, it's 1 away from 10. 9 is 1 less than 10. So that shows that we are very, very close to a completion. Very, very close to a completion. But not quite yet. There's one more battle. Okay, and I believe that this battle is exactly what we're talking about here. The battle between our emotion. The battle between finances and being grounded emotionally. So interesting that this card would come up for us. So we're going to put this right here in between the Ace of Coins and the Ace of Cups. So that means that the Nine of Wands is being clarified by the Ace of Cups and by the Ace of Pentacles. So this final battle, the reason that we're wounded, we're wounded emotionally. And it's interesting, you can see in the distance there that there's a mountain behind there. You see that? So this is being kind of like paranoid and on the defense. So some of us might even be emotionally paranoid about a situation. We can be financially paranoid. Like, oh my God, am I going to have enough money? Am I going to have enough emotion? Like, what's going on? Well, first of all, we're always going to have enough emotion. We will never run out of emotion. But, sometimes we can get caught under the illusion that we don't know what we feel financially. We don't know what we feel in the physical realm because we are not here. Like, Pisces are they're like ascended beings. So it takes us a little bit more time to deal with things in the physical realm. So that might be why we're a little bit paranoid and on guard here, especially emotionally and financially, and emotionally and physically as well. So we have that Nine of Wands there being clarified by the Ace of Cups. So I feel like this is an emotional battle, and I feel that we feel emotionally wounded. Some of you might be physically wounded, but I'm seeing here more so that I really feel that this is an emotional battle. And I do see that some of you may be actually physically wounded. It might be mental as well, because he has kind of an ace bandage over his head. So I think we feel and we're thinking about a lot of emotion that we've been caused. And I don't think we have many people this is someone who is alone. So it's not exactly like he has someone fighting these battles with him. Pisces, we fight our emotional battles in solitude, alone, at night. It's not like we need emotional sympathy. So we're the type to like sob in the shower or like cry alone in our car, because we know that people aren't going to be able to heal us anyways. So why would we waste our tears in front of you? So we try to act strong, and then later on we're just a complete mess and we're just drained completely. So I completely know what's going on. And I think we're just on guard, we don't want to be fucked with anymore emotionally. Like, we're just really ascending, and we don't want any more of these emotional battles going on, because we know that it's just burdening us, and we know that it's just, it's exhausting us and it's draining us, when really we're supposed to be gaining, not draining. So we have the Nine of Wands, and now we have the Ten of Wands. So this battle energy that everyone's been feeling in January and December 2017. I don't know how long these battles have been going on for us Pisces, but it's been completely too much for us to handle. I mean, we can handle anything, but it's been a lot. It's been a lot on our shoulders. This is the burden card. This is also the card right in the middle of our reading. So this mountain has a lot to do with certain burdens that we've been carrying around. This can be burdens from years ago. The thing about being a Pisces is that we literally flow through time. We don't even know what time is, because where we're from, there is no time. Where we're from, it's a dimension where we just exist in our feelings. So here on Earth, we have time. And see, that's hard for Pisces because, we can just think about a situation and go right back there. That's why we're so creative, because we can just think about a situation and just become it. We can just embody something that hasn't even happened yet, or that happened a long time ago. So I don't know what this is. This is the burden of a burden. Like, this is the burden. This is financial burden. This is a burden about wanting some sort of new love or new emotional opportunity. So this is the middle of our journey, and these battles, this feeling anxiety and feeling paranoid, it's really heavy for us to carry that around. That's why it's so important, Pisces, that we have an emotional outlet. Because physically, if you're physically and emotionally feeling burdened, now that's just a lot. So I hope that most of us, I don't want us to feel burdened at all, but I hope that we're not like burdened in a lot of different ways, because burdens are they're very heavy. And some of this might not even belong to us, Pisces. We try to heal everyone, so we could be carrying around the weight of past situations and past relationships, things like that, past occurrences that just, so the way to drop this burden is to feel it. We have to just stop what we're doing and let it go. And the way to let it go is to feel it for real though, not just pretend. Like, we have to actually, like, literally let our whole, I don't think that we feel things entirely a lot. I know we have the ability to, but ask yourself that, Pisces. Like, how long has it been since you've actually allowed yourself to feel something? And it's usually something sad. I'm feeling that this is more of a negative thing. So, because I feel that we just rush through our emotional troubles. We're so emotional that we definitely don't want to drown ourselves, because we're a fish. So when something bad happens, we just we cry, but we have this thing inside us that say, let's keep it moving. Let's be strong. Let's be strong. Let's keep it moving. Like this guy is doing. And sometimes we distract ourselves with the physical realm, like Virgo. Like, Virgo is our opposite sign, and Virgo works very hard. They're very mental. So sometimes we can try to act like a Virgo and just distract ourselves with physical work, even though we're up to our nose in emotional and spiritual work as it is. So this is some sort of burden coming through here. So we have the 9 and the 10 of Wands here. So there's some sort of final battle here with a burden that you've been carrying for a very long time, Pisces. And I know you know what it is. Just look at the cards. This causes you mental anxiety. This causes you physical exhaustion. This is a battle that's been going on for a long time. We have the 9 and the 10 of Wands. So this is emotional and physical. This is a financial burden. This is a burden with some sort of emotion. I'm seeing that it all has to do with emotion and physical. So this is a real emotion. It used to be that you just felt it, but now you can see it. Now it's starting to take a toll on you physically. So now we have the Devil card. Okay, this is a subconscious energy. Don't be too afraid of this now, Pisces, because there's a much worse in the universe than this energy here. We do have a lot of cardinal energy, Libra and Capricorn, archangels. Okay, so our battle is fought. Archangels are God's most powerful angels. So we do have a few archangels here, and you might feel chained to this burden, Pisces. You might feel chained subconsciously to this burden and to this battle. You know, and you might feel chained to a certain lover or chained to a certain situation, but this is dark, and this is part of the final battle for us, this devil here. This is somebody, this might be an addiction for, you know, they say Pisces escape a lot. You know, I like to escape through creativity and singing and tarot, but I'm not really a drinker. I don't really like that. I don't do drugs. You know, I smoke a little weed sometimes, but that's about it. I'm not really addicted to weed. I haven't smoked all day today, so I don't really, you know, I don't know what it is about me, but I just don't really escape through, I escape through spirit. And you know, if you are a Pisces struggling with addiction, because this is the addiction card, and addiction is a very subconscious thing, then, you know, I would highly suggest that you find a more healthy, spiritual, creative, emotional outlet for yourself, like writing. Pisces are beautiful writers, all of us. We are very beautiful. We are beautiful musicians. You know, we are artists. We are all of that. So there's plenty of healthy ways to escape from this harsh ass reality. Because trust me, Pisces, I don't want to be here either. It's hard here. But we've been sent here to help. So we're here and we're born and we're living, and we should love life. But I do know that things get kind of dark sometimes. And since we're so emotional, we try to escape from all the feelings that we're feeling. So you just want to be careful escaping through drugs and alcohol for those of you who that applies to, because it can get kind of dangerous, you know what I mean? And the other thing that I see about this card is that, I always see this, is that if you take a closer look here at the chains around these people's necks, well, the chains are more than big enough, okay? More than big enough to take those chains off. But the thing is that this is a manipulation happening. This is the illusion of being chained to something that isn't even real, Pisces. So, what a Pisces energy. You know, the only way to trap a Pisces is through the subconscious realm, because we are the subconscious realm. But, you know, we have to free ourselves from whatever this energy is, because we have shit to do. So, you know, I just want you to know that we have a lot of power in this subconscious realm. But this, whatever this being is, whatever this entity is, it doesn't want us to discover our own power. It doesn't want us to wake up. But you want to know how we can get out of this, Pisces? By feeling. By actually allowing ourselves to feel. You know, maybe we're just not allowing ourselves to feel what we feel. Some of us actually feel chained. Some of us feel manipulated and controlled, and we've been trying to sugarcoat the situation. We've been trying, how do you paint this? How do you paint this into a pretty picture? But I know we could. You know, I don't want to even mess with y'all, because I know we are so magical. We can even make this figure look pretty. We can even make this picture look kind. You know, we can make the ugliest of situations. We can just put our rose-colored glasses on, and we just feel, we can just put an illusion over it and make it look like something that it's not. But this is what it is, Pisces. This is a horrible situation. Chains, darkness, evil. No. But I mean, this is the Capricorn card as well. So this is all that Capricorn energy. You know, I don't see this as the real devil. Like, I don't even believe in that. You know what I mean? So, you know, I just see that this is something that we've chained ourselves to subconsciously. This is a subconscious burden that we need to break free from, okay? And we put that right here by this 10 of Wands, which is that burden. So this is a subconscious burden. It's a burden, very dark burden, that we've been chained to for who knows how long. And this is our two fish right down here, our masculine and our feminine fish, chained by some sort of manipulative figure here in the subconscious realms. And it's a burden, and this is our final battle. Our final battle is with this devil. And it's an emotional battle, but it's okay, because we have justice right underneath it. So we can cut those chains with that sword, and we will be victorious over this energy. We will receive fairness and balance. It's just our subconscious, you know. The subconscious of a Pisces can be rather dark, you know. We do suffer from sometimes we suffer from dark emotions, and you know, it's part of feeling everything in the universe. You know, not everything in the universe is light and butterflies. So sometimes Pisces fall into that subconscious abyss, and we think very negatively, or, you know, we start feeling really negatively and dark emotionally. So all we have to do is just
balance our subconscious, which is we have to let some of those more positive emotions express. We have to express some of those more positive emotions, and that's hard to do when you feel burdened. So we really need to drop this burden here, this 10 of Wands, and this is a completion happening. So it's like we fight this battle, and we do what we have to do to complete this burden, and then we release this demon in our subconscious. And when we do that, we gain mental clarity, you guys. We're climbing the mountain now, and now we have the King of Swords. So this is a very strong mental energy. You see the butterflies back there on his throne? So this is literally mental transformation, you guys. Whereas before, we had all this emotion and mental anxiety and all these battles and paranoia and burdens and devils and all that. But now it's balanced. And now we are the King of Swords. And the butterfly is a symbol of transformation, which this whole mountain has everything to do with. I don't know if the mountain transforms us or if we transform the mountain, but you know, it's very much showing me that we have these butterflies here which symbolize transformation. And the King of Swords is just he's a very intellectual energy. So I believe after all this fighting, and after we learn a lot intellectually, this is us finally gaining control over our emotion. And we may embody a less emotional figure temporarily, you know, but it's very temporarily. It's only to get us through, you know, the harder parts. It's actually very smart for us to embody this King of Swords energy, because this is the kind of energy that can fight a subconscious demon. You know, that Libra energy. This is another Libra card. So maybe that's why the Libra card came up down here as well, because it's the cardinal air sign. And if anybody can fight a subconscious demon, it's a strong mental figure. See, sometimes Pisces think that they're just these emotional figures, but don't forget we have all the energies in us. So somewhere in there is someone who's very intellectual as well. And we are intellectual. We are very emotionally intellectual, but we're also very, you know, like the King of Swords intellectual, someone who can make decisions very quickly, very precise decisions. You see this sword here? So he's not afraid to make the decision to cut. And this is what cut these chains. This is exactly who cut these chains here. We have this guy who can cut these subconscious chains, and the sword in the Justice card too. So we do receive justice, and we embody this more of a King of Swords energy. And there's a mental transformation that takes place. I see that where we were mentally clouded before, now things are clear. Now we can see left from right. Now we know up from down. And you know, we're done with these battles and things like that. But we're going to put this card here right by this burden and right by this final battle. So that's telling me that the way through this battle and the way through these burdens and this subconscious demon is definitely mental. You know, it's about mental strength right now, Pisces. It's about speaking your truth. It's about mental authority. You need to claim mental authority over anything that makes you feel this way. People, places, things, jobs, money, don't care. You need to tap into that part of you that is mentally strong and that has mental clarity. You know, we all have that part somewhere. It's just when we get mixed up with other people's emotions and other people's needs and wants, and we start healing other people, sometimes we can forget, you know, that our clarity matters as well. We always try to make other people clear, but it's us that needs the mental clarity now. And I told you that it was very temporary that we're the King of Swords, because then after that we receive this like emotional completion with this 10 of Cups. This is emotional fulfillment, happy home life. See the rainbow here? So see, after the rain, there are rainbows. And this is at the top of our mountain. This 10 of Cups feeling, you know, being happy, feeling complete emotionally. This is like literally happy and fun and frolic in our emotional world. This is the best card for Pisces and their emotions, because it's literally a completion. So we have the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups in our reading, and the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So a lot of completions and new beginnings going on here in this mountain as well. And I see that the more and more we fight for this energy, the more and more that we climb this mountain,
you know, the closer and closer we get to emotional clarity, the closer and closer we get to emotional fulfillment and happiness. Now, this Ten of Cups, this completion emotionally is being verified by the Devil and by the Ten of Wands. So before there was an emotional burden. I do see that there was an emotional, we carried around, I didn't really see that before, but we carried around these emotions. You know, there were hidden emotions there, and they were really heavy, man. But, you know, we fought those subconscious demons, and now we can celebrate our emotion instead of carrying it around. Now it's just projected in our sky in this rainbow kind of way, and it's more beautiful and celebrated now. Now it doesn't feel so much like we're carrying it around now. It's more like we're expressing it and celebrating it, which might be why the Three of Cups came out for us, because it's about celebrating our emotion and not feeling burdened by it, or allowing other people to feel burdened by our emotion either, because who cares? Like, if you're burdened by my emotion, then you're a part of this subconscious demon that I have to let go. But I see that we're very happy and that we feel emotionally fulfilled and emotionally clear about this mental demon. The chains have been broken and we regain happiness. And we do all of that to reach this. This is the top of our mountain, Pisces, and it's the Death card. So there are certain things that are being reborn with us. The Death card is all about certain things dying and being reborn. I love this card. I'm not sure how you guys feel about this card, but I love this card. This is the card of Scorpio. I don't know if some of you are with Scorpios or anything like that, but we do have the Death card right here at the top. Now, some of you might relate to that Scorpio energy, but for me, and I can feel spirit right now, the majority of us, this is just meaning that this is the transformation. We reach the top of a transformation. We really do. And see this flag here? It's almost like a victory flag. We reach the top and where the flag is. And we reach it and we're completely a different person. We're reborn. You know, we are transformed. Certain things that need to die, they are dead. Certain things that need to be born, they're born. And we are a completely different person because of it. Right at the top of our victorious mountain. And another thing is that this is a fixed water sign, Scorpio is. So that means that at the top of this mountain, we are no longer all over the place emotionally. We are fixed and stable, and we understand ourselves now. We are neutralized, and I think that we have really stabilized our emotion here. Based off of everything that we've went through, we are mentally clear. And this goes right at the top. Right, and it's being validated by the Ten of Cups, which is the emotional happiness and celebration in the home life and everything. The Ten of Cups is just pure happiness. And I see that that is what's going to transform us. That is what's going to allow us to, you know, experience this King of Swords. It's almost as if we speak our truth about this emotional transformation. And it's just like, this mountain is so beautiful. I'm not sure if you guys can see it so well, but it is just beautiful. I'm really liking how this turned out for us because it is so relatable and true. We are definitely climbing this mountain of transformation. There's a few demons along the way, guys, a few burdens, a few battles that we need to look in the face, you know, but the universe is helping us. The angels are helping us, and we have a very masculine energy here, okay? I know some of us are trying to hide this kind of feeling here, but you need to just let this out. I know we feel trapped and blindfolded, but it's really just mentally. You know, this is another card for getting in touch with your emotion, because she's not putting her feet in the water, almost as if avoiding her emotion and then being mentally trapped. So, you know, that's just reiterating what I've explained in this reading. And, you know, we get even deeper into the reading, and we have a soulmate relationship, the Magician card here. And, you know, we have the Tower card and the Temperance card. So we're just going to balance out everything along the way that falls apart. You know, this is a beautiful card to come out together. Lots of pain, Pisces, but it's okay because there's new beginnings as well. And I see that we do what we need to do to move away from situations, whether we regret it or not, in order to, you know, become these like we're literally coming up as kings. So if you're a man watching, you know, cool. If you're a female watching, you're really embodying this like king energy. Because I see the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the King of Wands, and the King of Cups. So we literally have the king of all the suits. And then we end here with some sort of Nine of Pentacles, which is like our own abundance, reaching our own abundance. But I see all these kings. We literally had every king. And that's after we decide to leave a certain rocky situation behind for good. You know, this pain, leaving it behind. Starting a new beginning financially or physically. Balancing out any disruption. That is the Sagittarius card as well. Some of you may be with, you know, that might be Jupiter. Because there is some sort of love coming, a soulmate. This is the past and the future coming together. Coming back from the past, something like that. And remember, you can't get to any of that stuff until you let yourself feel the feels. Okay? Remove the blindfold. You know, relax your mind and allow yourself to feel. You know, you want to move away from this depressed, you know, allow yourself to see the whole picture basically. Because that's what's going to set you free. And we can handle all that passionately, you know. A lot of us are really embodying this masculine energy. So, very intense there, Pisces. Let's reveal the secret now. Whoa. The High Priestess of Spirit and Playful came out, but it just kind of fell out. So, let's see here. What can we reveal to Pisces? This is the Pisces reading. What is it that we can reveal to Pisces as a secret? Well, let's reveal something hidden about this reading for Pisces. What is it that Pisces needs to know about this reading? Whatever secret wants to come out from the House of Knights. This is something that is hidden from Pisces. Let's reveal something from the shadows. Oh, this card was on the bottom of the deck. So, this card comes up for us so much, Pisces. Do you remember it from my past readings? Because it's the Trapped card. Literally says Trapped. And it's a lot like that Eight of Swords card. But this is a mental prison. The universe wants us to know that if we're feeling trapped, it's because it's a temporary situation that is actually protecting us. So, you know, something hidden about this reading is the fact that a lot of it is making us feel trapped mentally. A lot of it is making us feel emotionally trapped. You know, prisons come in a lot of different forms. But the one thing that this card talks about is that it's only temporary. Nothing stays the same forever. So we will fly again. You know, this cage is an illusion. But I do want you to know that Spirit is confirming that we do feel a little trapped here. And this is the 34 card. Okay, so 3 plus 4 is 7. So some of us may feel trapped in our relationships or trapped in a certain partnership. And it's interesting, I was going to say that anyway, because the love card was underneath it. So we may feel trapped in a love situation. Maybe like, I don't know, if something just isn't changing. But the way through that is by making a wish that has something to do with our differences, our different fishes, our fish, you know, the light and the dark. Because this card is coming up too. So it's the light and the dark that are going to untrap you, Pisces. This card literally, I'm telling you, it was on the bottom of the deck this whole time. And then it came out for us. So, because I remember turning my cards over before our reading. And I just figured I'd keep it there because Trapped came out for us last time. So we do feel a little bit trapped, but also allowing love into our life is what's going to set us free. You know, and this involves feelings that we haven't felt in a really long time. But love is the answer. Love is what will free our spirits, and it will free us. And this is something we've been wishing for a very long time. And we belong here, Pisces. Okay, that's what Spirit is saying, is that we actually belong here. You know, we're very much where we're supposed to be. So that was our reading for January, Pisces. This is our mountain. So if you want a screenshot or whatever, this is our mountain that we will be climbing. Right in the middle is a burden. So this has everything to do with what we've been carrying around as Pisces for a very long time. Emotions, battles, mental, subconscious demons, all of this, anxiety. But I do see us very much victorious over this. This is all to transform us. This is getting us ready for the next chapter of our life. So if this was confusing in any way for you guys, go ahead and message me. I have all my information below. If you want to email me, I have my email below. I have my social media below. And I'll be more than willing to confirm any of this for you guys. If you guys need to talk a little bit more about what's going on here, that would be completely okay. Also, I have my website, and if you guys want to comment, if that's the easiest way to get a hold of me, I try to keep up on all my comments. And other than that, guys, I do have my PayPal account available as well. So if you feel led to donate to my channel, I would be willing to repay you with a spiritual message for you. And also, if you're ready for a personal reading, I'm also ready for that as well. So any of you that have been waiting on that, a chance to speak with me personally, go ahead and email me so we can hash out some of the details and see exactly what it is that you're, looking for. And I'm sure we can reach some sort of something that works out for both of us. So I'd be more than willing to do that. I'm really excited to begin this journey. So I hope this was relatable to you guys. That's all I have for now, Pisces. So I will talk to you guys in February. Happy new moon.